Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to another Wild Rift video. And today I decided to have a little fun. I went for sort of a crit lethality Pantheon build, which is more of a later game focused build. Like, the whole point of this build is to one-shot squishes in the late game. And let me tell you, it's so crazy. This build is so crazy. If you're snowballing the game, like if you're winning early game, this build can genuinely be viable. Like if you're, for example, if you're 2-0 early on in the game, 3-0, and you know you have a lot of gold, you've already finished a Umos Ghostblade or a Collector, like very early on in the game, you can choose to take the direction of going for sort of a full crit build. And I'll show you how to play it. It's ridiculous. It really changes the game of Pantheon. But first, let me explain to you guys how to build it. First item is going to be either a Collector or the Umos Ghostblade. Both are fine, really. Both are fine. I mean, to be fair, now that Umos Ghostblade is a bit better, you should probably go for Umos Ghostblade first, because it's just a more cost-effective item. But basically, these are going to be your first two items. For the boots, it's situational, you know what I mean? Like Mercury Sweat, Blade Steel Caps, both are fine. It really depends on the situation. And the third item, you go for the Essence Reaver, guys. This is crazy because your second ability, first ability, third ability, ultimate, all of them will do bonus damage. It's crazy. And basic attacks as well. Your second ability, you'll jump on the enemy. You'll instantly, like, you'll do basic attack effects as well. And restore the cooldown very, very rapidly. Next up, you go for the Infinity Edge. And this one will boost your damages as well. It's just overall a crazy build. What can I say? You'll see. And then last item, you do need some armor penetration. This, by the way, you want to build this build against squishy enemies. It's not really like, you know, an anti-tank build. If you're against tanks, you want to go for Black Cleaver, a Blade of the Doom King. But this build is if you're against a lot of squishes. Like if the enemies only have one tank, you can choose to go for this build and destroy their backline. It's crazy. So for the enchantment, you can go for Stasis. Stasis is actually quite good with this particular build because you're gonna be pretty squishy as opposed to, you know, to having a Black Cleaver. Protobelt is my favorite, by the way, because it allows you to get close and really surprise the enemy and just do some crazy combinations as well. For the runes, you go for Conqueror. It's easy to stack up Conqueror as a Pantheon, so you just go Conqueror. Here you go for Triumph, not only for the healing, but also when the enemy is under 35% health. Your first ability already does a lot of damage, but with the Triumph it will do even more damage. So it's just overall a really, really good item on Pantheon. Here it's situational. Honestly, whatever you want to go here, like everything is really fine with Pantheon, except for something like Ultimate Shield or Loyalty, you know what I mean? But besides that, everything really is fine, depending on the situation. In jungle, you don't want to go Second Wind, of course, but otherwise everything you can go for, really. Fourth thing, you go for Transcendence to spam your abilities. So for the spells, you go for either Ignite or Smite, depending on whether you're Baron Lane or jungle, and Flash. So that's it about the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. Alright, on to the gameplay. For the skin winners, by the way, I'm sorry, I went out all day yesterday with my friends, and I was too lazy 5 minutes ago to pick the winners. So I'll do it either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And for this month, I'm also doing a skin giveaway, giving away 3 skins, of course, like always. But let's just take a look at this gameplay, guys. Let's just take a look at this gameplay because I'm playing Crit Pantheon right here. And as I said, like, the scenario you want to go for this build is if you're doing decently well in the early game, which normally should be every game when you play Pantheon, because, you know, Pantheon is an incredibly strong early game champion. So when you do play Pantheon, every game should be going decently, you know what I mean? Like every game should be going decently at the very least. So it's a little bit hard to say, like if you're not really winning early game as a Pantheon, then what are you doing playing Pantheon? Like look at right here. I'm literally immediately leaving my jungle. Look at this. Like, I'm just instantly leaving my jungle, flash, and kill. Like, you see that? I don't even finish my jungle. Like, is this something you would have done? You need to, like, when you watch these gameplays, you need to ask yourself, is this something I would have done? This is what I do as well when I watch, you know, the top 1 players of NA and stuff like that. So I get better at the game, because obviously they are better than me. You know, I am a 7-time challenger player, but that's still nothing compared to the, you know, to the top 1 player, the top 2 players, like starting all over LeBond, Ant Versace, you know what I mean? Like these guys are on another level. So like I watch them in a way of like, would I do this? And then often the answer is no. You know, like often the answer is like, you know what? I would probably not have done this. I would have probably continued taking jungle. And if the answer is no, then you're wrong. Like you are wrong. I am wrong as well when I watch their streams. And you need to improve. Like, you need to change that and try out some stuff in different games. Oh, look at that. Boom. Shield. Easy kill. They shouldn't really win this. I'm Pantheon. I mean, look at that damage. Like, Pantheon's damage is so crazy. Look, now I'm 4-0. This is where I decided, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go for the crit build. This is where I decided I'm going crit. I'm going full crit, screw it. We're gonna have fun in this game. But yes, that is a different way of viewing the video. Like, instead of just watching it for entertainment, which is totally fine, of course, you can actually try to watch it to improve. And the way to improve is to ask yourself, would I have done the same? Would I have done the same? The answer is yes, good for you. The answer is no. You need to reflect and be like, why would I not have done the same? And what can I change to do the same the next time? It's probably going to be something like, I should have looked at the map more. Or I should have just gone for the gank because I'm playing a strong early game champion like a Pantheon or a Xin Zhao or a Lee Sin. You know, if you're playing Evelynn early game, of course level 2 ganking is hard. You know what I mean? But if you're playing Pantheon, you do it. If you play Xin Zhao, you do it. If you play Lee Sin, you do it. If you can, of course, if you see the opportunity. But you have to adjust your mindset when you're playing like an early game champion as opposed to a later game champion. I'm gonna do like an outside barbecue today, by the way. I don't know if any of you remembers, but remember when I was doing a stream on YouTube and like one of these real life friends of mine came in the chat and I was like, you know what we should do? We should do a barbecue outside. And I am doing it today, the barbecue. So just for the people that actually know what I'm talking about, which is only gonna be like a couple hundred people, by the way. Take a look here. I'm looking for ganks. I have my ult. Look at me, like I'm thirsty. Look at how thirsty I am. Like, oh, I'm so thirsty, man. I'm so thirsty in game that I'm even getting thirsty in real life just for that gank. Look at that. Like, I don't want to farm. I literally don't want to farm. You can clearly see I don't want to farm. I just want a gank. I just want a gank. The only reason I'm farming now is because there was no gank available. So I'm just taking this blue buff quick. And then I'm gonna probably look for a gank again. If there's no gank, I take the big fat brown guy. But now I look at top lane and that's a possible gank on Rengar. It's a possible gank on... Look at me, just look at how I'm playing, guys. Look at how I'm playing. Hyper aggression. Flash. Boom, boom, boom. Just booms all over the place. Look at that. Look at that. I have my ultimate. I can look for another gank if I want to. But it seems like I'm gonna be pushing mid lane. Is that really the right call to make? I didn't dive him because he has ultimate, but now I dive him because he already used his ultimate. Exactly. You see, like, I didn't dive him immediately because I could have died for sure if I dived him immediately. I could have died because his ult would have knocked both of us up and he could have actually killed both of us. But I waited for him to use his abilities. His mistake was to actually use his abilities. He should have saved his ultimate until I dove him. But he just wasted his ultimate. So, you know, then I dove him. Because then it's a free kill. Again, look, I'm constantly looking for something. I just wanna gank. I wanna keep the snowball rolling. Like, I don't wanna give the enemies any window to make a comeback in this game. I'm just gonna quickly take the Scuttle Crab. I'm not using my smite because I wanna save my smite for the dragon. Ooh, he dodged it. That was a nice dodge. Just bullying him a little bit here. It was a nice dodge though. He dodged the stun pretty well. I should ult bot lane actually. It seems like I'm more focused on the fight mid lane. Honestly, both things are good. Like here, me winning the mid lane fight. I am abandoning bot lane for it though. But it's fine. Like it's actually it's probably the right call because winning mid lane fight is more important than winning a bot lane fight. Because if my team would have lost the mid lane fight without me, the enemies could have taken Rift Herald easily. But if they lose bot lane fight and we win mid lane, you know, I can do whatever the hell I want. I could just take Herald for free. And then I can even ult the dragon if I want to. Am I gonna do that? Oh, I don't even care about the dragon. Wait, what? Oh, I put the Herald top. And I go to the dragon. So why did I put a Herald top? I could have also put it mid lane. But I decided to put it top lane. What was my reasoning for that? I think I wanted to... Ah, because the mid lane turret is really low already. So like, putting the Herald mid is not gonna give us a lot of gold, but putting a top lane, it will give me like 3 turret plates. Ah, smart. Smart, smart, smart. That was actually smart, because if you look at mid lane turret, like look at it on the map, it's very low. It's not gonna give me a lot of gold with the Herald. But the top lane turret had 3 turret plates left, so I could just put my Herald down and get insane amounts of gold from that turret. I can flash and get a kill here. There we go, easy peasy kill. Shield. I did die though. I gave 1,000 gold to I gave 1,000 gold to the Fizz, which is really not the right target to give 1,000 gold to, by the way. By the way, guys, make sure you give the video a like. It really, really, really supports the channel and the video. The channel has been doing very, very well, which is amazing, and I thank you guys so much for it. And that's all because of all the support you guys have given. So, well, if you want to keep doing that, make sure you give the video a like. If you don't, then sit back, lay back, watch the video. It's all fine. It's all good. You know, don't worry about it. Ooh, I went for Essence Reaper as well, yeah. Essence Reaper is an interesting one. Essence Reaper is an interesting one because I was kind of testing it out, and I want to look back at the gameplay to see whether it was worth it or not. Because generally Essence Reaper is going to buff the damage of your first ability a lot. Of course also your ultimate, but if you think about it, is Essence Reaper really worth it on Pantheon? Probably not, but we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see if it works, because the reason that I'm saying probably not, I died by the way, is because when you ult, you'll proc the Essence Reaper. But like, let's say you miss your ult. Are you gonna have your Essence Reaper back up for your engage again? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Maybe you will, but if you won't, then it's not worth it. But we will see. When I finish the Essence Reaper, we'll see. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it when I have the Essence Reaper. Don't worry about it. So let's see. I did die like an idiot twice though, which is not good. Like, I'm giving away my snowball advantage right here, which is really dangerous, by the way. Especially because I'm going for this full damage crit build, which, you know, gives me 0 tankiness, 0 tank shredding. It's a bit of a dangerous build to go for. If you screw up, you will be screwed. Like, what can I say? Oh, that's a good ultimate. Nice. I forced them to go to that way, and my team was able to get 1 more kill. Honestly, I can just dive him. Like, look at that. Look at that! I one-shotted the Rengar. I literally one-shot him. Wow. I'm gonna steal away their jungle to not give them a chance to make a single comeback. Like, I don't want to give them any chance to make a comeback this game. It's really dangerous when you play Pantheon, because enemies can definitely come back against the Pantheon, because you're so weak late game. So as you can see, I need to shield, 0 damage. That's my 3rd death already. It's not good. It's not good. Like, I gave the Fizz way too much gold. You can see he's actually strong now because I gave him that 1 bounty. That's why I say it's so dangerous to play this build. Because all it takes is you to make 1 mistake and you're gonna start to fall behind. Because if the enemy starts to catch up to you, when you go for this crit build, you're gonna be screwed. Like, you're gonna be screwed. You can still one-shot them in the late game. Like, it's not about that. But like, in a team fight, you're gonna be much weaker, because they can kind of stop you. If you go in, they can stun you and stuff like that. So it's really dangerous. Like, they have an Ashe, you know, this enemy has an Ashe. Now you can see I'm playing it a bit more passively. I'm taking my jungle. And I'm not fighting constantly. Now I'm gonna ult though, because that's a good ultimate. But you can see I'm not fighting constantly. Stun? Like, look, now I'm playing it much safer right now. We're actually losing the fight, look at that. We're actually losing the fight. Oh boy, what have I done? Oh, look at the Swain. Look at that Swain. Ooh, baby! The Swain! Oh, come on, hit that, hit that, hit that! Oh, yes! Whew. I love hitting that, you know, I love throwing it at the enemy like that. It's so satisfying. And now, of course, we gotta get the dragon. Keep the snowball rolling. Really keep the snowball rolling. Take the dragon, take their jungle, buy the Essence Reaper, you know, ult in, get some more kills. Just keep throwing things at their faces. Boom! I need to go get my Essence Reaver. So now let's pay attention to whether the Essence Reaver or not actually, whether the Essence Reaver actually works. Let's see. Now I'm gonna go Infinity Edge, I believe. Just full crit, just for the fun of it. Where's the Infinity Edge? Yeah, there we go. So let's see. When I ult, what happens? I just want to see what the hell happens. Okay, nice. He's not taking the red buff, which is nice. Okay. Oh, I already wasted my Essence Reaver before that ult. So it didn't proc with this ult. I used it on a jungle camp, that's why. Wait, let me see. Ah, okay. You know what? Wow, that's the Essence Reaver damage right there. Okay. So, how do you play with the Essence Reaver? Okay? When you use your second ability, I want to see the empowered second ability though. Oof. But when you use the normal second ability, you need to do one basic attack to empower your first ability as well. Basically, what I mean is not empower in Pantheon's passive, but to empower it with the Essence Reaver. Like, you use your second ability, and then you do a basic attack to reduce the cooldown of the Essence Reaver 1 second, and then you're gonna have the Essence Reaver buffed first ability, which is really important to have. So you need to pay attention to that when you go for the Essence Reaver to really maximize your damage. But I just want to see what happens if you use your empowered second ability and if you use your ultimate with the Essence Reaver. I just want to see it to really make the conclusion whether or not it's worth to build the Essence Reaver on Pantheon. To tell you guys about it. Bear in mind, like, this video was before I made the item guide, so I didn't know as much about the items as when I had made the item guide, you know what I mean? So like, now I can clearly tell when the item is good or not, because I've made this full item guide. But back then I didn't know exactly if it was truly worth it. It's so funny how much this item guide has taught me as well. Like, I know every little thing about every single item now. It's crazy. What am I doing? I'm split pushing a little bit. I want to catch someone, it seems. They're rushing the Baron, which is fine. Like, I can definitely secure Baron with Pantheon. Pantheon can pretty easily secure, like, first abilities. Whoa, it was a close call, actually. Okay, let's see. Ult. So that's gonna be buffed by Essence Reaver. Okay, that's a good combo. Wait a minute. You know why this is good? You ult. You second ability, you basic attack, and you're gonna have your buffed first ability. And even if you don't basic attack, you'll still have enough time to get the buffed first ability. So Essence Reaver is an excellent item to go on crit Pantheon. Because you're gonna ult in with the Essence Reaver, so like your ult is gonna be buffed by the Essence Reaver. And then your second ability won't be buffed, which is fine. But then your empowered first ability will be further buffed by the Essence Reaver. Actually, that's a banger combo. So you'll do so much damage when you enter a fight with your ult already, because it's Essence Reaver buffed. Your second ability won't be buffed, but it will refund the cooldown. And then your first ability is gonna be... like, can you imagine if an enemy is under 35% health? Your buffed first ability will do bonus damage. Essence Reaver will add another 30% to it. Triumph will add 5% more damage to it. You know how much damage you'll do? And your first ability also does way more damage on low HP enemies. You know how much damage you'll do, guys? It's actually crazy if you think about it. It's big damage. I've said the word crazy like 20 million times this video already, by the way. Which is crazy. I'm joking, that's so stupid. I'm sorry. We can end the game here. Basic attack, first ability. Oh, stasis, save my ass. Ooh. I can flash on him. I can suicide under it and kill him with my flash if I really want to. Am I gonna do that? Okay, I am. Oh. We those, you know, we those. Oh. Let's take a look at how much damage I did and everything like that. Wow, this game was quite a while ago, by the way, as you can see. I only had 51 LP. Yeah. You can see you don't really do that much damage, but you do effective damage. You assassinate the enemies with the damage you do. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.